Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today will be a desk tour. I wanted to do this video for a little bit, so I'm happy to film it for you guys so you guys can see how I keep my desk tidy, how I've been organizing it, how I've been functioning with it, and I hope that you guys enjoy. Okay guys, let's get this tour started. So here is my cabinet, which I usually keep a lot of paperwork in and just like easy tools and equipment that I need for work. So I have my phone charger in here to charge my phone and my headphones. I have sticky notes available, whiteout scissors, an extra pair of scissors actually, a staple remover, my Vaseline that I use every single day, and some just like business cards from different organizations that we've partnered with. So I make sure that I keep all of this stuff organized and accessible so I kind of know where everything is. If the power went out, I'll be able to just easily put my hand in there and know exactly where everything goes. I have some extra staplers in there for my stapler, and like I said, I had just extra cards and things. So on top I usually keep my clipboard here, and that's just for me to write things if I don't necessarily have a hard surface to write on. And sometimes that's my desk because sometimes I have a lot of things on my desk. And in here I just have extra notepads, extra notebooks, and some little cheat sheets that I have on top. As you can see, that napkin on top is specifically for like I have things on there because sometimes when I'm in the room I don't bring in paper, and I just use that to write notes on if patients ask me to follow up about something or I need to check on something. The second drawer is kind of like a catch-all junk drawer, if you say. I have an extra mask, my lotion in here, and a blanket because sometimes it gets cold. I have some treats in there, things that we've been given throughout our time there. I probably need to go through that, but yeah, that's for another day. I actually have some hygiene things in there, like extra toothbrushes and floss, toothpaste, extra notepads, extra tags, some magnets, and a lanyard and a cup. So it's just kind of like extra things that I might need. This is probably the most important drawer that I have. These are my additional resources, all my fax documents that I keep. I usually try to keep documents for a full year before I get rid of them. So it has my resources, things that I typically give to patients as handouts, and yeah, that's pretty much all that's in there. All of my documents, all of my, need to know information. It's in that file cabinet at the bottom. I have my footstool here for some extra support, another extra blanket that I was actually gifted for Christmas from my mom. So I keep that in there just in case, because sometimes I take that other blanket out to travel with. Moving right along to my second cabinet, I'm actually probably the only one with two cabinets because my coworker left this one. And so at the top I have all of my Christmas decorations and my cabinet decorations right here. I usually change out the decorations every season. I have some headphones right here that the office gave us to plug into our computers whenever we have like a conference or a get together that we all need to attend. So that is what that is. I just have some extra cords, lanyards, and things like that. They've given us a few gifts like this. It's like an alarm, so if you were to ever feel unsafe or if you needed additional help or support, it has a flashlight, and then you pull the black part off and it like has an alarm, so it alerts people that you were needing help and hopefully scares the person off. And then I have a whole bunch of pens right there, a flashlight. A lot of the stuff my coworker actually left behind, so I just kept it and kind of tried to organize it. Next, I have an extra notepad and some additional cards that I received from different organizations to pass out to patients, to future clients, to other maybe organizations that I could use. And then I have like Bethany Christian Services right here for like adoption, things like that, so I can just give pamphlets out. And then this is also another file cabinet where it has a lot of additional resources, easy grab things. I tend to go to this one first because it's just basically resources. I did want to add that I usually keep my hospital So here's a cute little overview of my desk area. I tried to cover up some important identifying details, but I sit next to the printer, copier, faxer, so there's often traffic by me, and so that's probably the one annoying thing about my desk area. And then at the top, I have just my treatment agreement that I tend to grab to when I meet with the patients, and release of information. So super easy things that I have to use more often than other things. And so I keep that easily accessible for my coworker and I. And these are the clings that I was talking about, referring to, that I keep in that second drawer. I love these things. They're easy to clean up, take off, move around, and they're cute, and they're easy to, change out when the seasons come around. So I absolutely love them. It's really typical for my coworkers to put their pictures on this top part that I just been showing you, but I tend to keep a lot of information on there so that I can easily look at it and don't have to constantly pull it up on my computer. But I keep a calendar here with some of the dates that I might be off, or there's an important meeting. I also keep a track list of patients that are delivering that month so that I know when to expect them to be in the hospital or around that time. Maybe they have a C-section or induction date, so I can put that on a calendar so I don't forget when to be checking in with this mom. And so in order to keep track of who've already delivered, I usually put a check mark by their name, and then I'll highlight it when they've left the hospital so that I know. That's how my little system works. So opening up my drawer area, I have 2 bins in here. One's for medical things, one's for snacks, and then over here I keep some of the extra office supplies and decorations that I have stored. I usually use this to prop my phone on. I have an extra cup of water in it. So I keep his extra decorations in there because we like to dress him up to spice up our little desk area. So that's all of his decorations for Christmas, because I love Christmas, guys. And like I said, extra supplies that I don't necessarily need right now. I wanted to show you kind of some of the things that I keep in my desk. I try to keep at least one extra meal just in case I forget my meal or I have a stomach ache. So I have ginger ale, I have bagels that I brought this week to eat while I'm in the office for breakfast. I have different teas. I have some coffee creamers that I had left over from when I got coffee at the cafeteria one day. And I usually keep Belvita bars in there just for an extra treat, something a little bit healthier. I keep ramen noodles in my desk because it's just a good meal to have just in case, I forget my lunch or I'm not filling my lunch. And I have extra coffee, extra tea, extra forks and knives and things like that. So I love it. I have honey, I have agave, sweeteners, things like that to make sure that I'm completely satisfied. So let's move on to the second bin, which is my medical bin. I swear I keep extra medication, extra EpiPens, things that I might need if I'm not feeling well. So I also keep extra body supplies, extra sprays, icy hot, like I said, extra EpiPens, extra mask. I keep my N95s that we have to use, my blue light glasses. I keep extra period supplies that I might need. Those are the N95s that we're provided with, and we have to do a whole testing and everything. So yeah, it's a big ordeal. And extra cough medicines, emergency, ibuprofens, Benadryl, just in case I might have a slight allergic reaction. So that's everything in that medical bin. I highly suggest you guys keeping a medical bin in your car or in your desk if you have the space available and able to lock things up so that it's not dangerous or irresponsible. So moving behind my laptop and my desktop are some pictures of my friends and my family members. And a lot of it's just Polaroids though, so I have to just add more. But right there is a list of different hospital numbers with their person's name, like the charge nurse on the NICU and the sick west and labor and delivery, and there's baby Groot in his tree. And we have some lights in there, but some extra whiteout and extra decorations for him. I told you, it's a whole thing that we do in our office for Groot. And this is our little cup with all of our pens and scissors and the Rolodex that my sonographer uses mostly, tissues, my 2 phones, my ASCOM, and then my desk phone. Here is what the hospital gave us during COVID: CAP information, extra numbers. One of my work friends wrote me a note and an extra calendar keeping track of the rest of the year. My coworker might be off, so Here's what the desk looks like from above. There's plenty of writing space to write notes or to follow up about something, take messages. So there's enough space. And then I have that handy dandy clipboard that I use for extra support if I need to write on top of my keyboard. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. I have just recently fallen in love with my new desk setup. I just recently changed it. If you watched any of my other vlogs, you noticed that there's a slight change, but that was the copier over there. And then my stenographer sits on the side of me, and then the two nurses sit behind me, and then my coworker sits, Maria, that's where she sits. And there was another social worker, but she just recently moved out. And news, guys, we are moving in together. They are redoing our office. Actually, this is not the exact setup, but they are continuing to work on our office space so that we will have our own little space. The other social worker will stay in the workroom, but I'm excited to just kind of have a little bit more quiet, private space to do my work. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Comment down below anything that I should get to spice it up. I know that I'm gonna add a little bit more to my new desk area, so I'm super excited about that. But make sure that you subscribe, like the video, and thumbs it up. Bye, guys.